Hi, Prem.
Hi Isha, how are you today?
I'm good. Welcome back, viewers. Today we're going to be talking about impact of generative AI on testing jobs. While I'm trying to learn testing basics from you, I have some questions related to AI. There's so much talk about ChatGPT and generative AI these days. My friends are wondering how it will impact job opportunities in testing. What do you want to say on this topic?
Yeah, it is true that there is a lot of talk about artificial intelligence, machine learning, generative AI, large language models, and of course, these two specific products, ChatGPT and Gemini from Google. So this is large discussion topic. So let us divide it in two parts. So I propose that we discuss how is business working, how is the software in the business working today, and what is artificial intelligence. Let us cover these two parts, and we'll leave the generative AI and trained in software testing and impact of generative AI on testing for the next video. Is that okay? Does it sound okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
So, the first question I have is how is business using the software today?
All right. So let us start with an example. I want to order something on Amazon. So I will select mobile, put it in the shopping cart. On some other items I want to select, I will pay for a specific amount and then I will enter my address so that it can come to my address. Now, in the background, the retail business which is supporting this type of transaction is working. So what happens in that business? First of all, the retail business has to come up with the forecast. Which item is required in what quantity, when. So in this week, how much is required, in this month, how much is required, and so on. After this is available, then buying department has to work out contracts with the vendors and the manufacturers and place orders on them. Then these vendors supply the goods which are received in the warehouse, and it forms part of the inventory. Then these items are shipped to the customers, and the customers may follow it up with some returns as well, right? So this whole business is actually managed by a set of software programs. These are called application portfolio. And what happens is there is data which comes and there is some processing logic, or we can say business rules, which work on this data to produce the output. So this is how all this software is managed. It is, we can call it a traditional method of developing software. Uh, what happens during this whole life of the software development? Testing is very important part of this whole software development life cycle. Not only during the software development, but the software uh, exists for another 10-20 years. During this whole life, software testing plays very key role because the software undergoes changes, it gets enhanced, bugs get fixed, all that is happening. So every time that happens, it has to be retested. Not only that, but a change made somewhere can impact change the functionality somewhere else. And we also need to test that whatever used to work is not broken, it still works. This is called regression testing, and that is huge amount of testing. And there is a very important aspect of test automation, which is there along with the regression testing. So you see that testing has to play a very important role in this whole process of this management of the software applications. Now we come to other sectors, business sectors, like there is finance, there is insurance, there is manufacturing, there is healthcare, logistics, education. There are so many fields. Software-driven car, then there is automated terminal seaport. So all this software, when it is put together for 2024, what is estimated is that it will be $700 billion business. So this is the extent of the existing traditional software. Compared to this, generative AI is new, its volume is less, and we are going to talk more about it later.
Great. So now I got a good overview of business software and their size. Now tell us about AI and generative AI. What is AI?
Okay, so today we are going to deal with primarily artificial intelligence. Generative AI will deal in the next video. Artificial intelligence, actually, as the name suggests, it mimics human intelligence. So a child learns a language by listening to other people and by seeing them, because somebody is pointing to an apple and says apple. So it's learning through its input senses. So we don't teach grammar specifically, but the child is able to speak correct grammar. In artificial intelligence terminology, we say that the natural language model is getting tuned for the child. So this is artificial intelligence, and machine learning is also very important part of this. So what happens here, how it is different from traditional software, is that the model is a mathematical model and there are coefficients and parameters. So a lot of data is given at the input for which output is known. And then the parameters and coefficients are adjusted so that the output error is minimized, is optimized using statistical processes. So the focus is on tuning the model and later using the model. The software does not actually give the output by working on the input in the sense of business rules or algorithms. Okay, it is just managing adjustment of the coefficients and parameters to give the minimize the output error. So though it is software, the total approach of development is completely different. Now, in our daily life, we are using artificial intelligence, machine learning without our knowledge. I mean, Google, Gmail, for example. All of us are aware that when mails come to us, some mails go to spam folder. Some mail gets segregated as promotional or social mails, and some fall under the primary, inbox, isn't it? All this is done through machine learning. So Google has worked on millions and millions of mails of millions of users, from which a model is developed which will detect spam. So this spam model works for my Gmail account, but the input is derived from all the mails received by all the very large number of users across the board. So this is how when an unknown email comes, it is able to forecast or predict whether it is spam or not. Right? It doesn't go through any algorithm or anything like that to do it. So that is an example of real life example of artificial intelligence.
Great. Thanks, Prem. I got some clarity now on business software, its market size, and role played by testing. I also got some introduction to artificial intelligence. Now I'm eager to know more about generative AI, testing trends, and impact of generative AI on testing jobs in the next video.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Prem Apte explains testing basics in a series of Q&A videos. These are based on the book Software Testing, Job Ready, and 80 Apte. Feel free to suggest a topic of your interest in software testing basics that you would like to know more about. Please use this link.